Keto Nana. Keto at Disney and Universal? Hey y'all, Keto Nana here. Just back from my trip to Universal Studios and Disney World, and I'd like to share my experiences with you. Because the big question that I had as we were getting ready to leave was, could I even do keto on this trip? Would I be able to maintain it through the road trip in particular, and then at the parks? Because when we first planned our trip to go away, I wasn't on keto. But now, 9 weeks in, I've lost 16 pounds, and I really didn't want to backtrack. I didn't want to lose progress. So I did a little research about the restaurants that were available on site and around where we were staying. And we also decided to rent a house, which was great for the grandkids because there was plenty of room and a pool, but also because it made buying and cooking food a lot easier, preparing. We could have breakfast there. We came back for dinner a couple of nights, and it just really makes it a lot easier to do. So the big thing that I learned was to plan ahead and pack stuff for the road trip. For us, it was a 10-hour, well, in theory, it was a 10-hour trip. We hit really bad traffic in South Carolina, and it was a 14-hour road trip. And I'm very grateful that I packed little snack packs, little snack-sized baggies of mixed nuts. I had uncured Genoa salami. You could have ham, turkey, whatever you want. You could have, beef jerky if you wanted to. And some little cubes of cheese. And I had them in individual portion sizes, so that way I wasn't wondering, well, how much have I actually had? Because I was, even during the trip, even though it didn't work out that I was tracking every meal perfectly, I was tracking. I was putting it down. I wasn't worrying about it so much, but I was tracking. I wanted to make sure I at least stayed under for the carbs. That was the main thing. The protein and the fat, I was going to kind of be easy on myself for this trip, but I definitely wanted to hit the carb level. So having those snack packages was really the key to success, because I was in a car with a bunch of little kids. I was the driver of one car, and there was Doritos being passed around, M&Ms. At one point, the entire car smelled like McDonald's. It was French fries, and French fries are one of my triggers. So it really was helpful having that. The thing is, like, you don't want to get so hungry that when you stop to get gas, you go into the convenience store and you buy crap, because you're surrounded by stuff that's going to be very tempting to you. And they do have healthy stuff in the gas stations, but when you're hungry and you're getting a headache, it's hard to stay on the straight and narrow. So plan ahead and pack that stuff, for your trip. And then just do the same thing in reverse when you're coming home, so that you always have healthy snacks on hand. Sometimes you need a little pick-me-up. Driving is hella boring, especially when it's 14 hours in a car and everyone around you is sleeping. You do need something. You need a little pick-me-up. So do that. That was really the most helpful thing that I could have done. We stopped fairly often for potty breaks and to stretch our legs, and every time I would get a new bottle of water so that I was staying hydrated. I did have diet soda a couple of times on the trip, and I'm trying very hard not to have artificial sweeteners or really any sweeteners, because I'm still very insulin resistant. So I kind of went off the wagon on that during the trip. It was delightful. I enjoyed it, and now I'm not doing it. So we shall see what the scale says. I will weigh myself tomorrow and see what the damage has been during this trip. So traveling, pack your little snack bags. While we were at the park, easy peasy. There are so many restaurants at Universal and City Walk, and inside, each individual park. There are a lot of different restaurants. Salads are always available. They're always an option. I had excellent chicken salads I had a lot of salads on this trip, I have to say. Excellent chicken salads at both parks, at Universal and at Disney. I had a fabulous Greek salad the night we arrived in Orlando. I think we were at no, it was the first night of the trip. We went to Hard Rock Cafe, and that was really good. I've had options where we stopped, and there really wasn't a salad. Like sometimes salads are incredibly unhealthy, and so I looked at all the ingredients. And by the time I would tell them what I didn't want, I might as well just say, give me a head of lettuce. So I didn't do the salad option. I did a hamburger. I did like a nice big cheeseburger. I just told them, don't, no bun. And I got a little side house salad. So that was healthy option. So you can always do that. If you remember my video of 8 things, 8 tips for newbies, it's not to talk about your diet. And especially don't want to talk about it on your road trip or on your vacation, because nobody wants to hear about you can't eat bread or whatever. And the little kids don't really give a shit that the French fries are a big trigger, and that the whole car reeking of French fries is probably driving Nana psycho. But they don't care. And we were on vacation. It was their vacation too. So you suck it up and you have your little snacks and you eat healthy and you do the best you can. And if you fall off the wagon, you accept that and you move forward. You don't use it as an opportunity to continue to fall off the wagon. So eating at the theme parks, very easy. There's so many options. You will not have trouble staying on keto. Staying at renting a house for the trip was really good, like I said, because you could cook your food in the morning, have a good breakfast. For me, I was having MCT oil in my tea. I was having, instead of my normal 1 tablespoon, I was having 2 tablespoons. So I was up in my fat during the day, so I would stay fuller longer. And I was kind of grazing on people's breakfast. So if there's any eggs left over, I might have some eggs and some sausage or bacon, whatever. One day I made a whole, in the oven, I made a whole sheet of cookie sheet of bacon, and then what people didn't eat I just packed up, and then the next day I reheated, and I actually took some of it in a little baggie on my trip home, so I had so much bacon that I had cooked. So definitely breakfast is easy. Breakfast anywhere is easy. Even if you're in a hotel, breakfast is easy. Have an omelet, we stopped I think twice at Cracker Barrel. They have the double meat breakfast, so you can get your eggs any style and then double order sausage and bacon. That's like hog heaven, literally. So it was great. So easy peasy, not to worry. You can do it at the theme park, and you don't really feel like you're suffering, because one, you're moving, you're interacting, you're enjoying the stuff with the kids, you're enjoying the stuff for yourself, and there's really no time to think, oh, I wish I had a handful of Doritos too. No, you don't care. You're busy. So it's easy to do. Like I said, the car ride is probably the most challenging, and we'll put that in quotes because it's just tedious, and you're trapped. You're literally trapped, in the driver's seat. And so what are you going to do? Just pack your snacks and you'll be fine. As far as where did I fall off the wagon? I did have one splurge moment. We were at Disney and everyone was having the chocolate covered Mickey Mouse, and I was like, what the hell, I'm gonna have it, I want it. So I did. That was my one splurge, and that one splurge did not become a dinner splurge, which then became, that was it. That was my one splurge. I enjoyed the hell out of it until his little ears started melting and I had to eat it up faster. So do that. Enjoy yourself. You're on vacation. Give yourself a splurge thing. If it's a splurge meal, let it be a splurge meal. If it's just like a splurge dessert, even better. If it's just one little splurge thing. But let yourself enjoy it, because this is like a once in a lifetime thing. You spent a lot of money to get there, and you really don't want to be that sad sack in the corner chewing on a piece of lettuce while everyone else is having the ice cream. So let yourself have something, but don't let the whole trip become a giant splurge, because then you'll come back 20 pounds heavier and very unhappy. So I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow and I'll find out what the damage is. I don't think it's bad. I really don't. I think that I did pretty good. But all in all, I know that I can get back on the wagon, and handle any, do any damage control, any repairs that need to be done will be taken care of in a day or two, a couple of days. I'm actually doing a fast today, 24-hour fast, which will end tonight at dinner time, just to try to kind of jumpstart the repair work. And we shall, I think it's going to be great. In the spring, I intend on going to Busch Gardens. I think that's going to be fine too. I don't think eating's going to be a problem there at all. I mean, there's all the different countries, everybody, like in Busch Gardens, and there's so many different nutritional needs for people that just about everywhere caters. You can find something, or you can cobble something together to make it good, or you can have a big breakfast, fast during the day, and have a decent dinner. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to handle it. Whatever works best for you. I know eating on site is really expensive. So doing a big, breakfast and then fasting pretty much all day and then having a dinner might be the way to go. Whatever, but make it work for you, and you can do it. So until next time, keto on, take good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.